What gave me the inspiration to write Amazing Worlds? I read a book a while ago by an amazing author called Virginia Woolf. It resonated with my students amazingly. Everybody had had that experience where someone they really cared about got grumpy and angry and wouldn't talk to them, and they would do anything to cheer them up. And this is a book about a person cheering up her sister, Virginia, by creating an incredible world and painting it on the walls of their bedroom. The sister cheered up and became happier and happier. The world was called Bloomsbury, and it had brilliant colours and amazing flowers. It had birds that sang. So I started to work with children on writing their own version of Bloomsbury's. I would ask them to take 7 minutes in flow writing to write about all of the details of the worlds that they would love to go and visit. To write it in detail, to add sounds, to add colours, to add really detailed descriptions. So Bloomsbury became a place that was totally invented by the children. In this book, Amazing Worlds, all the places are totally invented by me. They are worlds that I have prompted an AI to produce. It took a long time to get them exactly the way that I wanted them to be. In the end, the images have never been seen before. I created entirely new worlds from my imagination, from words to reality, using AI. So I hope you enjoy the book, and I hope you see lots of things in it that will inspire you to play around with AI, to experiment, to write your own prompts. So let's take a look at the book. You'll notice in the front I've got a dedication to some of the students who inspired me. These were amazing students who used their imagination to do incredible things, explored everything, most importantly, figured things out for themselves. They were really like the protagonist in the book. When you start a book, you have to have a beginning. My beginnings are always things that I imagine. So I started my book with, I imagine a lot. I picture incredible places, worlds filled with swirling colours and floating cities, and creatures no one has ever seen before. I used a lot of these words in a prompt in an AI. You can try it out in Canva or Firefly and see what you come up with. I prompted a lot of times to get exactly what I wanted, but here's the end result of my world's picture. The first world I created were the Sky Islands of Everfloat. I really enjoyed creating this world, and I used ChatGPT and DALL-E through ChatGPT. I wrote the description in, and these islands came to life. This was the final prompt I used after several different tries. The current image is a square. I need a 16 by 9. I've left that off. So let's reprompt for a 16 by 9 ratio, which is basically a landscape ratio. I'd like a slightly lighter version, so let's reprompt for that. Never seen before this world, just brought into existence using really great words and AI. One of my most favourite worlds is probably the Candy Coral Reef. It was a beautiful world, and it was inspired by one of the writings of my children, where they included a lot of candy and delicious things in their world. I enjoyed the way the corals came up and the colours that were produced. The prompt really is largely in the text that I've written. Here's the text from the book, read by an AI-generated voice.
Below the surface of a lemonade ocean, a coral forest made of giant lollipops and twisted licorice stretches as far as the eye can see. Jellyfish made of glowing taffy pulse in the water, and candy-striped fish zip past like tiny rockets. A school of caramel-coated seahorses swam by, blowing blueberry bubbles. Soft marshmallow clams yawned and opened. The coral formations shimmered with shifting colours: red, green, orange, blue, pink, like a living rainbow.
The glacial symphony caverns were inspired one really hot day that we were having, and I couldn't imagine anything more delicious than travelling to a place that was really cool. And the fox on the side was just gorgeous. I prompted for him. Took me quite a few prompts to get him exactly right, but you can actually see the icicles in his fur. The protagonist in my story was a confident and adventurous young person around 12 to 14 years old with expressive eyes, full of curiosity and wonder. They wear a futuristic yet practical explorer's outfit, comfortable pants and sturdy shoes, a utility belt with a notebook tucked in and a lightweight jacket or vest, a glowing pendant or wrist device which hints at their ability to travel between worlds. Their stance is dynamic, as if mid-step into an adventure, looking ahead with excitement. The image is full body. I want to see the feet and the head, and I want it to be detailed and realistic. I needed a plot device so that I could get my protagonist from world to world. And I chose a glowing orange circle, sort of like a secret portal, I guess, so that my protagonist could go from world to world. And here he is, plopped down on the orange circle, reading and writing his book. I like to play around with the font as well, different fonts to emphasize the meaning of the words. I think it makes it more interesting and fun to read. I hope you enjoy some of the different sections I have. I particularly like the whoosh font. Maybe you can experiment with different fonts when you're designing your own books. I'm not sure which world is my favourite. Perhaps the Alice in Wonderland world with the flying biscuits. Amazing. Perhaps the worlds of Everfloat. Not sure. But one thing is for sure. My imagination is what produced them, and yours can too. Writing down the words now and using AI, you can invent things never invented before. You can produce images and ideas directly from your mind, from your imagination, and make them come to life. The superpower of imagination. The worlds exist because I thought them up. The more detailed my descriptions, the wilder and more exciting the worlds became. Without imagination, none of this book would exist. Why would we use our imagination? To explore the endless worlds that your imagination can dream up, to find out what's waiting behind every portal, under every rock, and inside every glowing chest. To prove that the only limit to an adventure is your imagination.
The air shimmered. My room dissolved, and suddenly